So let's talk a little bit about how to write your final report for the project. I'm not going to write the whole thing in this video. It's not all that useful to watch a video of somebody writing something. The complete instructions are posted on Canvas, so you should be referring to them so that you know exactly what I want in this report. And there is a sample report. Don't just copy what's in the sample report. If it doesn't apply to your data, your surveys, you're going to have to change things, but it'll show you what your final result should look like. So if you read my instructions, you'll notice it tells you to start by putting together a title page with at least a title and your name and the class name and the semester. And if you want to put some other things on there as well, some pictures, some formatting, some decorations, you can. If you want to come up with a name for your restaurant or a logo or a picture or something like that, you can. That's all optional. But let me go ahead and show you how to put together the first page for question 1. So when you're at the bottom of your title page, to skip to a new page, I'm going to hit Control-Enter to enter a page break. You can't see me because I'm doing it on the keyboard, but I'm holding down the Control button and hitting Enter, and that skips to a new page. And now the title or the heading for this page is the title for the question, which was Favorite Sandwich for question 1. So I'm going to use the Calibri font. For the heading, I'm going to have it at font size 14, and I want it bold and centered. So now I'll type Favorite Sandwich for the heading. I want the spacing, the line spacing, to be 1.15, which is just a little more than single spacing. And I'm going to hit Enter 2 or 3 times. Might have to come back and delete some of that space later if this won't all fit on one page. Now I'm going to take off the centering and the bold facing and change the font size to 12. And go ahead and type in an explanation of what my first question was. So in question 1, customers were asked what their favorite sandwich is at our restaurant from the following choices. So the choices were A, chicken sandwich, B, hamburger, C, fish sandwich, and D, veggie burger. I've got them all capitalized, so they all nice. Now I'm going to hit Enter a couple more times to skip a couple lines down, and I'm going to show the results. So I'm going to my Excel file where I have all the results. Now, if you've been using the same Excel file all along and just adding to it as you work through each question, then you'll have everything from all of your questions all in that same file. And that'll make things easy for you. If you don't have everything from all the questions all in the same file, you might have to go back and find the different versions that you've saved. But I'm going to the tab for Favorite Sandwich where I have the table and chart for question 1 about the favorite sandwich. And first I'm going to copy and paste the table. So here's the table. I'm going to select that and go up here and click Copy. And now go back to Word to my report and paste. I'm just going to pick the first option here. And notice when I've got my cursor on this, a little icon pops up here where if I click on that, I can click right here to center the table. So now it's centered. Now I'm going to click below it, maybe hit enter another time or two, And now I'm going to copy the Pareto chart. So go back to the Excel file, click on the chart, and click copy. Go back to your Word document, click paste, paste with the first format. And to center this, I'm just going to go up here and click the center icon. Now I might want to adjust the sizes of the table and the chart, but I'll come back and do that in a minute. First, let me go and type the summary. So I'm going to hit enter a couple times. Oh, I had centering on when I put this in, so I need to take it off. And if you want to put a heading like this is the summary, you can. But you don't have to. So maybe I'll leave that off for now. And I'll type an explanation, a brief explanation of what my results were. So maybe I'll say, so here's how I summarized my results. Obviously, your results are going to be different, so your summary should be different, but it should at least mention like what was the most popular. So I said that the fish sandwich was the most popular sandwich in our survey, chosen by 31% of the customers who responded, but the chicken sandwich was close behind with 29%. The hamburger and veggie burger were tied for least popular, but they were both still favorites of a substantial number of customers. So, if all of this stuff does not fit all on one page, you might want to go back and either delete some white space or make some things smaller so that it does all fit on one page. You might want to adjust the size of the chart. I can make it smaller or larger. And of the table, I can widen it. So I'd like the chart and the table to be both approximately the same size as each other. I said you can insert or remove some white space to make things fit better. And when you reach the bottom of the page, hit Control-Enter to enter a page break and go on to the next page so that you can type that in. While we're here, let me show you how to make sure your pages are numbered. So somewhere on this page, I'm going to click on Insert and then go over here to Footer. And okay, I'm having trouble with this interfering with the screen recorder I'm using. But you can insert a footer. You can go over here to page number and insert one at the bottom of the page, either on the left or the middle or the right. And while I'm down there, notice I've checked different first page so that I don't get that footer with the page number on the title page. And I would like this title page not to be page 1. I want page 1 to be that first page about the favorite sandwich. So to make sure that says 1 instead of 2, you can go to page number, go to format page numbers, and tell it to start at 0. So I've got things set up so that my title page is page 0, but it doesn't show up as page 0. It doesn't have a number at all. And then the next page, the first page that isn't the title page, is page 1, and that does show up with a page numbered page 1. And now I can hit close header and footer to get out of that, and go back to typing the rest of my report. When you've got it all the way you want, you will of course want to save it. So you'll want to save it as a Word document. But you might also want to save it as a PDF file. So save it as a Word document, but then also if you save it as a PDF file, then you can submit that and be sure that what I see when I look at it on my screen is going to be the same, with all the same page breaks and formatting and everything, as what you saw on your screen. So you don't absolutely have to do this, but it's a good idea to make sure you got everything set up exactly the way you want it, save it as a PDF file, and then submit that.